After spending the entire campaign promising they wouldn't cut Medicare and Social Security, Republicans are now sticking to that promise. And wait, what's that? They lied? Oh, well, for more on this, it's time for a closer look. In his first major interview since the election, Donald Trump explained why he won, and it was very simple. He campaigned on kitchen table issues that matter to working class Americans.
I won on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that.
I'm sorry, does he think he invented the word groceries?
Before I came up with it, there was no word for stores that sold food. So, you'd have to list everything you were going off to buy. I'm off to the store, you'd say. Which one? They'd ask. The apple, lettuce, bacon, egg, bread, chicken, broccoli. And the signs were so long they wouldn't fit on the building.
What other grocery-related thing is he going to claim he invented? You know the sound it makes when they scan your groceries? That was my idea. I said every time you scan a box of cereal, it should go boop, boop. And some people wanted it to go honk, but I said if it goes honk, people will think a car is coming. They're going to jump out of the way. It has to be boop. And they said it's so true. Cars go honk, Groceries go boop, and rockets go
Pshin poom.
Not only does he think he invented the word groceries, he thinks he has to explain it to us.
If I win, we will rapidly defeat inflation, and I will make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable. We got to bring those costs down. They call it groceries. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, everything is so much higher than it ever was.
They call it groceries, not to be confused with empty cans, paper wrappers, and apple cores. They call that garbage, and I would know because I'm dressed like a garbage man.
Nothing more out of touch than a billionaire dressed like a garbage man explaining to us what groceries are. This is like if the Met Gala thought it would be cute to do janitor chic. And yeah, my man Chalamet can pull it off. The point is, Trump claimed he won because he was in touch with the needs of working people, and he's following through by assembling a cabinet of regular, blue-collar Americans who understand what it's like to struggle to make ends meet, and I'm just with you, it's like a ton of billionaires.
President-elect Donald Trump assembling now what could be the wealthiest administration in history.
The Trump cabinet will have more billionaires and centimillionaires than any in history. From Linda McMahon and Howard Lutnick to Doug Burgum, Steven Feinberg, Jared Isaacman, and Kelly Loeffler, the billionaires on the official cabinet will have a combined net worth of over $13 billion. Now, that is not including, of course, Elon Musk or Trump's new billionaire ambassadors. The centimillionaires and possible billionaires, depending on how you count your wealth, includes Scott Bessent, Dr. Oz, and Chris Wright.
One thing I can guarantee is that none of those people ever had to buy their own groceries. They're probably the only people in the world who do believe Trump invented the word. You mean those stores that sell all of that loose food? I thought those were just poorly lit restaurants. Hey, I'm not surprised Donald Trump is picking billionaires. I'm just surprised that, if you are a billionaire, you would say yes to spending the next 4 years getting yelled at by a fake garbage man. I mean, what, all in exchange for a tax break that you'll never even notice? If I was a billionaire, you know what I would do? Nothing. I mean, I guess I would keep doing this show, but I sure wouldn't come out here and do a closer look every night. You think I like talking about Donald Trump? I do this because I got bills to pay. Daddy's got a crippling addiction to button-down shirts. I owe millions to J. Crew. So Trump's government will have more combined wealth than any in history, and that's not even including the richest man alive, Trump's outside advisor, and basically co-president Elon Musk, who controls one of the world's largest social media sites, funneled hundreds of millions into PACs to get Trump elected, and now is threatening to make lists of Republicans who get in his and Trump's way.
On Capitol Hill, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy were meeting yesterday with Republican lawmakers. They are the co-leaders of the new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Musk had a private meeting yesterday morning with incoming Senate Majority Leader John Thune, while Ramaswamy met behind closed doors with a group of 15 Senate Republicans.
Elon and Vivek talked about having a naughty list and a nice list for members of Congress and senators and how we vote.
The only thing Elon Musk and Santa Claus have in common is they both need a magic sleigh to get higher than an inch in the air. I mean, look at him. Never mind Santa. He couldn't even be one of the reindeer. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Elon. Elon, I need you to fly, bud. We got a lot of houses. You got to bend your knees a little. Just, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to book a JetBlue. So, Trump's cabinet of billionaires is going to enforce loyalty among Republicans. Now, if you had to guess, what do you think would be the top priority of the wealthiest administration in history? If you guess lowering prescription drug costs and reining in corporate price gouging, you got to get better at guessing because that was a really bad guess. Obviously, their top priority is tax cuts.
Trump and Republicans in Congress setting an ambitious 100-day agenda. At the top of the list, a plan to renew about $4 trillion in expiring GOP tax cuts.
We want to see the Trump tax cuts get extended. So that's obviously going to be a priority in the first year.
Oh, my God, they're not bringing down the cost of groceries. They're just giving themselves a tax cut. Do you know what this means? Donald Trump lied. Now I'm starting to think someone else invented the word groceries. I believed you, and now I look a fool. I'm out here with egg on my face, which we all know is a grocery. Oh, the irony. Now, I know you're thinking, how does giving a $4 trillion tax cut to corporations and the wealthiest people in America bring down the cost of groceries? Well, it's actually very simple, and I've mapped it all out here. So, I feel like maybe we didn't need a whiteboard for that. So how are they going to pay for the $4 trillion in tax cuts? If you guessed cutting defense spending, tax loopholes, and corporate subsidies, you in general need to stop guessing because it's not your thing. Get your together, man, when it comes to guessing. Obviously, they're going to cut programs working people depend on.
Nothing is sacrosanct. Nothing. They're going to put everything on the table.
That's what they told lawmakers. Everything is on the table, and that includes Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
We've got to right the ship, and it's going to mean cuts. It's going to mean cuts to the 24% of the discretionary spending that we have. And it's also going to mean looking long-term at the front end of some programs like Social Security and Medicare. And on the front end of Social Security, I think there's a way when people are living longer, they're retiring later, that on the front end, we can move that retirement age back a little bit.
Of course, the party that elected 78-year-old Donald Trump thinks the retirement age should be raised. Trump's going to be 165 years old with all machine parts, wearing one of Elon Musk's Neuralinks that translates his thoughts into text when his vocal cords stop working. Hey, Donald, I'm heading to the grocery store.
I invented the word groceries. I was the first one to say it. Windmills are driving whales crazy and causing cancer. Okay. Toilets don't flush. Hannibal Lecter is a wonderful man.
Okay. Now brace yourselves, because once again, I am about to shock you. Donald Trump lied.
I will not cut 1 penny from Social Security or Medicare, and I will not raise the retirement age by 1 day, not by 1 day. I will not cut 1 penny from Social Security or Medicare, and I will not raise the retirement age 1 day. I won't even raise it by 1 day. I will not cut 1 penny from Social Security or Medicare, and I will not raise the retirement age by 1 day. I will not talk about 1 day or 1 year shorter, and I will not raise the retirement age of Social Security by 1 day, not by 1 year. We're not going to raise it at all. You can bank on it. You can bank on it.
I have to admit, it would be objectively funny to raise the retirement age by 1 day. Sorry, Frank, give me back that gold watch. We'll see you on Monday. Don't you dare touch the cake in the break room. It definitely means Trump floated it.
Well, how much money would we save if we raised it 1 day?
So if you banked on Trump's word, I'm sorry to report, Trump's promises were as worthless as the Hawk Tuah meme coin. And what a kick in the head! What a kick in the head that didn't turn out to be a currency we could count on. That's the other reason I gotta keep doing this show. I put all my money in a meme coin named after someone who gave a funny street answer. Thought that thing was gonna take off like
Pshin poom.
Trump and his cabinet of billionaires performed fake populism to get elected, but they never intended to address the real root causes of wealth inequality. They're just buying up pieces of the government for themselves like they're shopping for
groceries.
This has been a closer look. Hey guys.